guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of today's video, today I'm going to be talking about a few of my favorite sunscreens in the context of having combination oily skin and also wanting a sunscreen that works well under makeup. A few disclaimers before we start. Number one, my hair is so greasy. There's like a crust of dry shampoo on my scalp right now. We're not going to talk about it, okay? It's Sunday, it's wash day. Second of all, if you hear some jingling, if you hear some bells in the background, no, I do not live right beside a church. I'm actually cat sitting this weekend for my sister and her husband. They have the cutest cat. She is so adorable. I'm going to put a picture of her here. The problem is that I'm allergic to cats. Cat sitting while allergic to cats, and she is also playing quite a lot. She's very active. Literally 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll hear the ding 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 because she's playing with like this toy. It's like this long stick and it has a little bell and a feather. Anyways, yeah, disclaimers out of the way, let's get started with this video. I know a lot of people who wear makeup and also wear sunscreen will often opt to just not wear sunscreen because they don't want to mess up their makeup for the day, and trust me, I get it. I'm guilty of that. I've done that a few times, you know, choosing between one or the other. I can guarantee you that you don't have to choose between sunscreen or makeup. With any of these sunscreens that I'm going to be showing you, you can and should wear both. So let's get into it. Let's get started. Why do I keep clapping? I don't know. Let's go. There are 4 sunscreens that I want to talk about today, and these are the top 4 that I have tried in my lifetime. So we are going to start from my least favorite and go up to my actual top favorite, like 10 out of 10 sunscreen. But these are all great options if you wanted something that is suitable for oily combination skin as well as wear under makeup. So just keep in mind, none of these are bad, but we are going from my least favorite to my favorite. The first sunscreen that I want to talk about, and this should not be a surprise if you have been on my channel before because I used to obsess over this sunscreen. This is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. Listen, I know many people have been victimized by this sunscreen, and I say victimized because of the price. And you'll see why I say that, okay? So this retails for $52 on Sephora. 52 Canadian dollars for a tube of sunscreen. And I will be so honest with you, the only reason this is number 4 on my list is because of the price. The formula is amazing. It leaves your skin feeling so smooth and like almost blurred. And in the description of the sunscreen, it says that it acts as a primer for your makeup, and it does. It's an amazing formula. I have no complaints about the formula. It's just the price. And as you will see throughout the rest of this video, the other 3 sunscreens that I have are very, very affordable, and I genuinely think there is no reason to be spending $52 on sunscreen. I know that it was my go-to for a while, and like I still stand by that. It's an amazing product, and if you have the budget, if you have that luxury lifestyle and you want to spend $52 on a sunscreen, be my guest, but I personally will never do that again. Pros of this sunscreen: it is super lightweight. You don't feel it on your face. You know, like when you're a kid and your mom like slathers sunscreen on you and you just feel greasy and gross and sticky. It doesn't do that. It doesn't give you that feeling, especially if you have oily combination skin. You don't want a sunscreen on your face that already makes you feel greasy before you've even put makeup on. That is just a recipe for disaster. So this sunscreen is really great at that. The texture, the feel, it's 10 out of 10. The only con is the price. I know that Supergoop also sells like a matte sunscreen. I haven't tried that one. It has never interested me. Personally, I don't think I want a sunscreen that is mattifying. You know, if it's just natural and smooth, that is good enough for me. I don't want it to be actively mattifying because that's where I use my primers and powders to mattify, you know what I mean? So as long as the sunscreen isn't adding grease and adding shine when I don't want it, that's kind of what I look for. Was that proper English? Anyways, that is why Supergoop is at number 4. Literally no issues with it, just the price. And yes, I will keep saying that because not everybody has an extra $52 to spend on sunscreen, okay? Some of us have car payments and ravioli to buy. I think I need to trim my bangs because what is this? Literally, what is that? Number 3 on my list of favorite sunscreens is this sunscreen by e.l.f. I did have the bottle with me, but I just gave it to my dad yesterday. He is currently on vacation. He's in Guyana at the moment. And listen, you know how men are, most men. They don't want sunscreen, they don't want skincare. They just wash their face with like, you know, Irish Spring bar soap and they call it a day. I told my dad, and this is me really hyping up this product here. I told my dad, listen, this sunscreen, it feels like nothing on your face. It's not greasy. You're not gonna feel like you're wearing skincare, because I know that's something that he hates. He doesn't like that feeling of there's something on my face. So I lent it to him for vacation. I said, take it, wear it every day. You're gonna be in the sun and you should like it. You shouldn't have any issues with it. In terms of formula, this e.l.f. sunscreen feels exactly the same as the Supergoop. I also have to say, I don't know what's going on, if this is just in Canada or what, but I purchased this sunscreen not that long ago, but since I've purchased it, I can't find it anywhere. I can't even find it on e.l.f.'s website to like give you guys a proper description. I don't know what happened with it. I don't know if they're like reformulating or something, and you know, maybe they're rebranding the sunscreen. I don't know. I can't find it anywhere. Anyways, the formula is identical to Supergoop in terms of texture and feel, like how it feels on your face, how it applies, how it wears under makeup. It is exactly the same as Supergoop. The reason it's not higher on my list, and this might seem trivial to some of you, which is totally valid, this sunscreen has a smell. Now, I don't mean like it's scented and smells like coconuts and pineapple juice. No, it has a weird smell, and I don't know how to describe it. If it was just a medical smell, I could get past it. Like, I understand, you know, it's a skincare product. It could have a smell. But for some reason, the smell of this, it reminds me of like rubber erasers almost, like the pink rubber erasers that you would use in school. I don't know why, I can't get past the smell. The good thing is the smell doesn't linger, it doesn't stay on your face. You're not gonna smell it, honestly, after like 5 minutes, but just the smell of it, I'm like cringing when I'm applying it to my face. And for that reason, I cannot rank it higher on this list. Other than that though, the formula is amazing. Similar to the Supergoop, it feels super lightweight. It leaves your skin with this like smooth, almost like soft matte finish. Like, it is genuinely blurring, and it also acts as a primer to your makeup. Of course though, because this is from e.l.f., it is super, super affordable. I think I paid like $15 for it, which is expensive for e.l.f., but in the grand scheme of things, you know, including a $52 sunscreen from Supergoop, $15 is not bad. It's very affordable. What I've been doing with the sunscreen, because I don't love applying it to my face, I keep it in my car and I use it on my hands. When you are driving, your hands, they are in the sun. Do not neglect sunscreen on your body as well, not just your face. My point is that that is how I am going to use up the rest of this sunscreen, just because I found better alternatives that I like for my face. If you end up purchasing a sunscreen that you don't love, you don't have to throw it out, you don't have to give it away. Use it on your body. Save money, live better. Not sponsored by Walmart. If you are on a budget or you're just trying to be a more responsible consumer, I do really recommend this sunscreen if you are sensitive to smells, or if it is just gonna like irk you a little bit. There are 2 other options. Let's get into them. Number 2 on my list of favorite sunscreens? What is a sunscreen? Number 2 on my list of favorite sunscreens is from Bioré, and this is their UV Aqua Rich Weightless Moisturizer SPF 50. I know the bottle is super, super shiny. I am really surprised that this worked well for my skin type, and you might think like, oh, it sounds like super hydrating and moisturizing. Like, how is that gonna work for combination skin? Trust me, you will be surprised. On Amazon, I see it here for $14. I believe I paid slightly less than that in store. I bought it at Shoppers, but either way, it's around that like $12, $14 range. So very, very affordable. About this item, weightless moisturizer with SPS. SPS. What is going on today? Weightless Moisturizer with SPF 50. It's also available in SPF 30, but I'm like, if you have both options, I'm just gonna buy 50 because why not? So what am I saying? Can you guys tell I took a caffeine pill because I'm going to the gym right after I finish filming and I feel like my brain is not functioning right now. Bioré UV Aqua Rich with hyaluronic acid provides all-day visible moisture and helps protect your face from UV rays. Why did I say it like that? Without clogging pores or feeling heavy. And that is the key for combination skin. If you have drier skin, you probably don't mind that a product might feel like a little heavier and thicker on your skin because that's what your skin type needs. For me, I need the moisture, I need the hydration, but I don't need the feeling of moisture and hydration, which I know kind of doesn't make sense, but this is a product that really demonstrates that aspect well. Also in the description, it has no white cast, it has a sheer finish, makeup friendly. This is very makeup friendly, which a lot of hydrating sunscreens really are not makeup friendly. The key though, and this is true for any of the sunscreens that I have mentioned, the key for wearing sunscreen with makeup is waiting. It is patience, okay? Don't apply your sunscreen and then 10 seconds later start applying primer. It's not gonna work. You're gonna get pilling, you're gonna get bunching and crunching and munching. It's just not gonna work. That is a recipe for disaster. This also just goes for skincare. If you are wearing skincare under your makeup, which you should aim to be wearing minimal skincare under makeup, give it time to sink into your skin and to dry down. I'll apply my skincare, I'll apply my sunscreen, and then maybe I'll fix my hair or something. Maybe I'll go make breakfast super quickly, and then I will go in with makeup. You don't have to wait like 10 minutes, but at the very minimum, wait at least 2 minutes after you apply sunscreen to apply makeup, and you shouldn't see any issues. My point being, this sunscreen performs amazingly under makeup. If you have combination skin, you will really like this. If your skin is just straight up oily all over the place, like you get greased up quick, you might not like this, but all of my combination people, this is for you. Number 1 on my list of sunscreens that are best for combination oily skin and use under makeup is, of course, I'm sure you can probably guess if you've been on the internet lately. This is the Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Moist Sun Serum. Quite the name, but this is this bad boy right here. Hello? Can my camera... Hello? Okay, I'm just gonna put a picture of it. I have been using this for the past 3 months and I love it. To me, this is a perfect combination of the other sunscreens that I have mentioned. It's hydrating, it leaves my skin with that smooth, almost like soft matte finish. It wears well under makeup, it doesn't have a smell. I have no complaints about this. The price kind of differs depending on the website that you purchase it from. I purchased it on YesStyle, I think for like 19 or 20 bucks. But just as I was doing some research for this video, I'm seeing different prices depending on the website. Some places I see it for 25, 22, 19, 21. I guess my only complaint is how long it took for this to arrive, but I do acknowledge that we are spoiled these days, and when something takes longer than 2 weeks, we're like, all right, TikTok. I'll just read you the description on YesStyle because this is where I purchased it from. This chemical sunscreen is fitted with SPF 50 plus PA+++++, 4 plus signs, to protect skin against harmful UV rays. Infused with 30% ginseng extract, the anti-aging sun serum enhances skin elasticity and keeps skin hydrated. Formulated with 2% niacinamide, the organic sunscreen brightens skin for a glowing appearance. Lightweight cream texture adheres well to skin without a sticky after feel. Why am I getting aggressive? I don't know. The caffeine. From what I can see in the description, it's not necessarily marketed as something for people with oily combination skin. It was actually somebody on TikTok who recommended this sunscreen for my skin type, and I just decided to give it a try. I don't think it's surprising that my top 2 favorite sunscreens are from Asian brands. They really know how to formulate good products that work. So don't sleep on them, although I'm sure you're not, because they're kind of viral right now all over TikTok, YouTube, like even Reddit. If you look up like sunscreen recommendations, you will see talk about these brands, and for good reason. So like I said, I have been using this sunscreen for about 3 months. I haven't noticed much of a difference in terms of anti-aging, but then again, I don't think I'm at a point in my life where I have much aging that needs to be antied. You know what I'm saying? Like I just turned 26. I feel like my skin is in pretty good condition right now. So I haven't noticed anything in terms of that. The texture, the consistency, it's a little watery in terms of formula. It's very similar to the Bioré formula in that sense. They're more liquidy, they're more emollient in your hands. Like you can really spread it out. Does that make sense? Whereas with the e.l.f. and the Supergoop, they're more like airy and moussey. The Bioré and the Beauty of Joseon are more liquidy. So that's the main difference in terms of formula. But this one really does give your skin the same finish as the e.l.f. and the Supergoop. Honestly, that is why this is at number 1. I genuinely feel like it is the best combination of the other 3. The price is very reasonable. It has additional skincare ingredients, which we love. You know, why not use something that is multi-purpose? Yeah, it is genuinely a 10 out of 10. I have nothing bad to say about it. There you have it. Those are my top 4 favorite sunscreens for oily combination skin and use under makeup. I know I've said that like 5 times already, but I really want to hammer it home that these are, like, individually, all 4 of these are amazing. It just depends what you're looking for. Let me know in the comments if there are any sunscreens that I didn't mention here that you think I might like. I mean, obviously I'm not actively searching to try something new because I feel like I have found my favorite of all time. But I would be interested to hear what else is available on the market that has been working well for you. I have a few different events this summer where I'm going to be in the sun, but I need to look good. So I need to be wearing sunscreen under my makeup. If you have any other recommendations, let me know, just for fun. I don't mind doing a little research. It's honestly very entertaining for me to read about products. I have a lot of fun doing it. So that is pretty much it for this video. I hope it was useful for you, and I hope maybe you are willing to try one of these products. As always, everything that I have talked about in this video and all the products that I'm wearing on my face are going to be in the description if you want to check them out. I will make a small commission if you purchase from certain links, so thank you if you choose to do so. And if you don't want to, I also understand. No pressure. I'm gonna go. I think this caffeine is really getting to me. I think I need to leave the house. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!